As an anxious attachment, my core need is emotional closeness. I need consistency. I need reassurance because that's what I never got in my childhood. Those are my wounds from childhood where I was never validated, where I was never talked to in a gentle tone. So, with an anxious attachment and an avoidant, it's going to clash because we trigger each other's fears. This dynamic will work with the avoidant only if they're willing to meet you halfway and have self-awareness. The avoidant have to not ghost or push you away when things feel intense for the anxious emotionally. They would have to be emotionally available and learn their own triggers. But that's really hard work, and both people would have to be willing to grow. If they stay emotionally unavailable, unwilling to try, my nervous system will always feel on edge. I will always feel anxious. I will always feel like I'm in survival mode. What soothes me as an anxious attachment is a gentle tone, check-ins, and physical closeness. I also love reassuring language like, I'm not going anywhere. You don't have to worry. I'm not going to just leave you or abandon you. The second I feel like loss or like you're going to leave, that just triggers me even more. What soothes the avoidant is low pressure communication. They crave like their independence and their space. An unhealed avoidant feels safest when they're in control. They always feel like they have to have the upper hand emotionally. They may push your buttons to feel secure. They create a push and pull dynamic with you. But it's not because they're evil, it's just that's their fear. Not just sitting around plotting on how to hurt you. The avoidant doesn't know how to stay connected without feeling threatened. That threat is triggered by closeness, by your needs, by your love, by your emotional honesty. When the avoidant can't handle somebody loving them deeply, they'll push them away. And the question is, do you stay caught in somebody else's control, or do you reclaim your power, choose love that sets you free? They start to feel like they're needed or depended on, activates their fear. They'll withdraw, they'll ghost, they'll block. Not because they don't feel anything, it's because they do. They push it away, they'll push you away. The deeper the connection feels, the more they actually panic. And for somebody like me who's anxious, this hurts. It's heartbreaking because when I finally let somebody in, they push away. Just try harder or I'll blame myself. So an avoidant can stay long term with somebody that's unavailable or toxic because that dynamic doesn't threaten their fear. Toxic people don't demand vulnerability. They don't challenge them to grow. No true intimacy. There's no drama. There's no sex. It might be chaotic, manipulative, selfish, but they don't ask the avoidant to show up emotionally. With somebody healthy and loving, somebody special, somebody great, somebody that's a great loving partner, sees their soul, that's terrifying to them. Offer real love, but they don't know how to receive it. Mirror back all their unhealed parts. So ironically, less special, more chaotic dynamic feels safer to them. The heartbreak, the more loving you are, emotionally available, it should draw them in. They repel you instead. But it's not because you're not enough. It's because you're too real for somebody that's running from themselves. That makes you more special, not less. I just need somebody secure enough to stay. As somebody who's anxiously attached, I need a partner that makes my nervous system feel very safe, not somebody that just keeps me guessing. I need a secure partner, somebody that reassures me, is so consistent with me, doesn't punish me for being close, accepts my emotional depth, and that doesn't run when things get deep, isn't afraid to say I care about you and mean it and show it consistently. Somebody that responds with care, not avoidance and not coldness, but treats me gently. Never leaves me wondering if I'm being ignored or punished or just forgotten. Somebody to remind me that I'm safe with them, not going anywhere. The nervous system has been through enough. Anxiously attached people have been through a lot of betrayal and loss and trauma. Used to inconsistent love. Times the caregivers weren't present, loving, or warm. Being left alone with our feelings all the time teaches your nervous system like that you can't have feelings. It's unsafe, that love is conditional, that you existing is a threat, that you can't be in your softness, that you have to constantly be in survival. It could be emotional abuse from childhood. It could be feeling invisible, parent dying or leaving. All those moments teach your brain love isn't safe. I have to only depend on myself. I could lose it all at any moment. Anxious attachment people come from loveless places. That's why we feel so deeply. We notice when people pull away. Love with our whole soul, and we wonder why we're not enough. It's not a flaw. It's more like a wound. A wound from loving people that just couldn't love you right. And I know my nervous system will heal with the right type of love, healthy and emotionally present, love that's consistent. It was never about me being needy. It was always about me just wanting safety, love, and having needs that are finally met. I've lived with a nervous system that survived without love. And it's like, is this even real? Can I trust it? This last? Always scanning for rejection, silence for disconnection. I always felt unwanted and not needed. I wanted my parents to look at me like I mattered, that wanted to connect with me and not criticize me. Instead, I got coldness and distance, treated like a burden. That's where anxious attachment begins, because I got the message that I'm not cherished. That type of environment I was raised in wired my nervous system for survival. There's nothing wrong with me, but there was definitely something missing in her, my mom, my parents. Paid the emotional price for that. I was always worthy of being wanted. I am deeply needed, but just by the wrong people. I deserve to be held when I'm overwhelmed. I deserve to be celebrated for who I am. I deserve to be told that I'm a gift. I didn't get that as a little girl. I get to choose to let in people and love that feel like safety. Already the love I've always longed for. People will stay and they won't run. When you've been hurt, your heart becomes really selective. I only like about 10% of the people of the whole world. I don't want just anyone. I want someone that feels safe, loving, and real. It's a high standard and it's healthy. Surface level stuff just doesn't cut it for me. I can sense when people are not serious and unavailable. Most people aren't safe enough and they don't measure up. Maybe my options seem low because I'm looking in the wrong places, but the world is actually very big. Oh, there's secure people out there are kind. And it's okay to trust that in time, that person will find me. When a real connection happens, it is a rare gift. Something good happens in this messed up world. It's something that I want to hold on to, because I've seen how messed up the world is. In the meantime, I'll be a safe place for myself, even when I know people can't be. I have to learn how to soothe my own nervous system when my anxiety spikes. Myself patience and kindness, affirming my worth no matter the external validation that I get. And I'm not gonna lie, it feels lonely, but the most important relationship I could ever have is the one with myself. It's tough when you want love, but it feels like the men around you are like really emotionally unavailable. Avoidant tendencies are very common. It's not my fault for needing closeness, it's just a part of me. Sometimes I have to let go of people who won't meet me where I'm at, even if I care about them. I know there are men out there who want closeness. As I keep regulating my own nervous system and just loving myself, I'll naturally just attract a partner who's ready to show up for me fully.